from home. RS drew against Istanbul Başakşehir by 0-0. Shook hands actually. Anderlecht lost against West Ham by a goal to nothing. Skamaka came on the bench and scored the winner. Sikabot 5-0 winners over FCSP. Now to the Europa Conference League still. Lechnen Poznan drew against Hapoel Beersheva. Villarreal smash 5 past Ostrovian. It was a 5-0 win for the Yellow Submarines. Partizan Belgrade only winners over Cologne, and that was some shocking results. Nice saw Slovakia by a goal to nothing. Dinamo 2, Vados 2, Ezeakma 3, Apollo Limassol 2. Ghent lost against Jordan by a goal to nothing, while Molde 3-0 winners over Shamrock Rovers. Enough of the talk now, Bob. Let's get talking. Talk about Manchester United. Didn't need that all. It was a come-from-behind win for them last night. Marcus Rashford, MBE, scored twice. Anthony Martial grabbing his third goal in 2 games for United. Wow. Deserved win, you'd say?
Yeah, obviously it was a win that we saw it coming. Though the circumstances surrounding the entire match was something that we didn't expect. We expected something like a straight win, a utter whitewashing of the Ammonians in respect to them. But we saw a battle there between these two sides, and you keep thinking what's happening. But yeah, it was a very good game out actually. Looking at the subs making the impact just like against Man City. So yeah, it was a fair game and a good one if you ask me.
Now, let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Blinding for a bit. 33 shots. This particular season, just 1 goal. Well, this man's form is really deep, hasn't it?
Surely it has, especially in football. You know that pre-seasons are quite good. Remember, prior to the beginning of the season, he went for pre-season at his hometown. Instead of joining the team when the teams were doing those pre-season encounters and games. So it could be difficult, slow start for him. Cristiano Ronaldo, coupled with the fact that he's 37. So on the other hand, age is telling on him, and then he didn't participate in pre-season, so that difficulties will come. But he's a man that knows his onions, a big guy. He's done it over the years, 15, 20 years over time. I think he'll get along one way or the other. It's all about getting some numbers of goals coming in. And hopefully, Manchester United ought to help him. If they play well, he gets to score. If they don't play well, he doesn't score. It makes it even difficult for him.
No, don't. Emmanuel, let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo still. It doesn't quite make sense for me. I've been trying to wrap my head around it, and I don't know, I haven't found a way around it yet. He's still 37, right? He was 37 still last season when he scored 24 goals for them in all competitions. But he's still 37 now. What's the difference? It's just a matter of months. What's been the difference in his game now? Why is he struggling? Owing by the very high standards he set for himself last season.
First of all, let me start from the psychological perspective. The psychological preparation towards this season was not as high as it's supposed to be, because he has been looking for a way, gunning to get out of the club to be part of a Champions League outfit, and was rejected by the club. And a new man has come in to sit at the helm of affairs in Manchester. They're talking about the Dutchman, Erik ten Hag. And when the Dutchman came in, it was the time, an era that Cristiano Ronaldo was very, very unsettled. And he was not part of the preseason. I think it has really panned out negatively on him. And the playing philosophy is not as compared to during the days of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So many things has come into play. So many things have come into place at the moment. And I think the philosophy of this Dutchman, he really wants to work with players that are pacey, the players that are very active in the field, the players that will not just wait at the end for the delivery to come, as compared to what is happening in Manchester City on the part of Haaland. I think this is what is really lacking in the part of Cristiano Ronaldo. But on the whole, Cristiano Ronaldo was not psychologically prepared for the season.
Right now, Bob, let's move it forward. Is it following him at Old Trafford? End of the road?
What do you hear that?
End of the road for Cristiano Ronaldo at Old Trafford?
I wouldn't say the end of the road. I think we still have over 30 games plus the season. So
well, the talks could be out as early as January.
Yeah, but according to ESPN today, it was said that he might not go anywhere because no one is interested in him. Obviously, he's not scoring the goals. Who will be interested with the liability? Sorry to call him a liability.
Oh, really?
Sorry to call him a liability, but right now, it looks like he's a liability.
Yeah, like, I never thought I would be alive in a day, an era where Ronaldo would be referred to as a liability,
especially from Manchester United
by
fans.
a United fan.
Exactly.
But we just have to be honest with ourselves. He had over 11 chances yesterday, wasted them. 11 good chances. Last season he was gunning, obviously, but last season, this season, there is two parallel lines. These are two parallel lines. Exactly.
This typifies what we see on the street. This man is not loyal. He's someone that has grabbed over 100 goals for the football club, was part of the golden era under Sir Alexander Chapman Ferguson.
Last season, held the side.
He was single-handedly dragged them from obscurity or wilderness to sixth, the Europa League. They're playing now. Many say largely they have Ronaldo to thank for it, and now United fans sit here and says Ronaldo is a liability.
Brother, I think it's the general Manchester United thing.
Oh.
End of last season, it was typical.
Yeah.
You could hear the talks, let Ronaldo go. Ronaldo is the problem of the team. And I'm wondering, how is it a problem for the team when he's scoring all these goals for you guys? So it's basically what it is, typical thing about football. And things happen in football so fast. That is it. When the numbers are not coming, a lot of fans say the negative. When the numbers are coming, right now you'll be shocked. Everyone might say Ronaldo is the best if he starts scoring now. So it's basically what happens in football. But I think Ronaldo's biggest challenge is the fact that Manchester United really aren't playing well. That is it. Aside from the first starting 11, you just try to figure out how do they play. Yesterday, made some changes to the side. Arsenal made some changes to the side. Played a much fancy side. Talking about what's the team now?
Bodo Glimt.
Bodo Glimt are stronger than the team United played. And Nketiah stepped up. Vieira stepped up. And Rob Holdings, who's usually holding, stepped up and scored the goal. Performed quite well for them, but Manchester United wasn't the same case. So you look at it, that's the problem.
Let's listen to one man who stepped up last night. His name, Marcus Rashford. Well, you might want to add that MBE. It's very important.
Dr. Marcus Rashford.
Well, let's listen to that man. He deserves our attention. Marcus.
Yeah, it's definitely job done, but we would have liked to have played better. I wouldn't say that we defended bad. I just think it was just mistakes, and mistakes happen in football, so we have to move on. But the least mistakes that we can make, the better for us.
Given the way that the first half went, what did the manager say to you at half time?
I think the first 35 minutes until they scored, we was playing well. We had a good movement. We could have probably just got in behind them a little bit more and had a bigger threat on the goal. But I thought we played well, watching in the first half. And then when he made the subs, he just wanted us to be a little bit more dynamic, a little bit, take more chances going forward. And just try and score goals. When you're 1-0 behind, that's what we need to do. So it was positive. It was good at half time. We made positive changes and got back into the game.
A quick one now before we get on and talk about other things. Is Ronaldo now a liability at Manchester United? Quickly join the conversation now on 090-222-3101-027 624-8565. Arsenal cruising. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, Comrade Sylvester. Yeah,
Happy weekend.
Same to you. Go ahead, talk to us.
I think Man United and Cristiano Ronaldo would take a right decision by retiring from the professional football maybe after the World Cup in November, and he would take the line of Messi. What happened yesterday, I was even shocked because he had a very clear chance to score, but he missed it. Age is not on his side. As for Arsenal and Liverpool, I think I have heard Liverpool people like Izzy and Solino saying that they would continue to beat Arsenal, that Arsenal has not won them. But I want to tell them that football is not playing by name. With the current form of Arsenal would beat them on Sunday because they have not won any away match. Liverpool, I'm sorry. So we will have to be on Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you. Welcome, football fan, name and location.
Yeah, good afternoon, sport analyst. I remember Mr. Easy on the line.
All right.
Yeah, let me quickly respond to the last caller there. At the moment, to enjoy Arsenal form, and I believe that the Arsenal form will end on Sunday. I trust Jockey Club if he will take Cambridge out of this very game.
Oh, he gambles.
Filling up a nice formation for me because I want to see either Jota or Firmino playing as number 10 role, allow Nunes to flow in the number 9 position. So it won't be a nice game to watch. Arsenal, Liverpool, we beat them last season, 4-legged game. So we beat them the whole time, and their form will still continue. Up Liverpool, down Arsenal. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Easy, for joining us. Let's not take the conversation away from Manchester United and Ronaldo. If you're a United fan, jump on the show now. Would you consider the legendary Portuguese figure a liability now at Old Trafford? Welcome, football fan. Name and location.
Yeah, good afternoon, Daniel.
Yeah, you come?
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
Okay, now, this team man will play and when?
This weekend?
Yes.
Okay, come. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you. To in exactly 8 minutes. Mfonobong Mo, I like to call him that chief, is here, and we'll be talking about something very, very. He doesn't really like it much when I say that, but I like it. That chief, I like that chief. That's really good. Hello, good afternoon, football fan. Name and location. Good to have you join us.
Good afternoon, Bajan.
Welcome.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Let me calling on the line.
Right, go ahead, talk to us.
Yeah, I just want to jump on. How is the liability? I just came back. That said.
No. I think you have to sort out whatever is happening at your end. Yeah, when you have that sorted out, we're here. At least we've got 2 minutes left, and we'll still have that interaction. Is Ronaldo more of a liability now at Manchester United? Would you consider him that? Well, Bob, a Man United fan, says he's more of a liability these days. Is it for you? Welcome, football fan. Name of the kid. Thank you for joining. All right.
Yes, I want to know about the man that I want to know.
You want to know what?
The man that
Okay. You want to know how many times the man has scored? All right. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you. This man has hacked the Premier League. Make nonsense of that talk of the most competitive league in the world. It's a joke these days with Alan. Welcome, football fan. Name and location.
Good evening, sport analyst. Sarah J. calling from Ghana.
All right, talk to us.
To answer the question, is Ronaldo really a liability to Manchester United? I will say it from the club, from the club perspective, because if Ronaldo was a liability to the club, they had the chance to terminate his contract. Let him look for a club, but they didn't do that. That means they still have what to do, but they still have plans for Ronaldo. That's why they take him.
Well, that was after his 24 goals. But we're saying now on current form, the way he's playing.
No, you have to give him chance. You have to give him chance, and also with the fact that we didn't play with them in the preseason, so you need to settle in. We need to give him time. And please, I want to ask, when is NPFL starting?
No.
Thank you for having me.
All right, maybe Ibrahim Gusau, the new NFF president, can answer that. Not even me can answer that at this point.
Hello, good afternoon, Brajam.
Yeah, Victor.
Good afternoon, the Marathon. I'm sorry, as Brajam, it's always a great time. Brian, let me say that the Nigerian football, the new NFF bodies that have just been set. Though the story that we still have, like the Super Falcons, the back-to-back loss is not a good news. So we must try and look inward because that thing is a very good thing that we use them for their performance. So they must do their best. But let me say that after that, the the UEFA Champions League. The fans of Chelsea are really, really happy. At least they have something to look back for at last. So Chelsea is really a big club side, so we don't afford to have fixtures. So our match this weekend in the Premier League, we try to have the best match.
Don't say you're happy, just say Chelsea fans. You don't speak for them. Speak for yourself, Victor. Hello, good afternoon, football fan. Name and location. Good to have you, John.
Good afternoon, Bright and Sports Crew.
Top Gunner, welcome.
Bright, kudos to Arsenal. We have done it again. Arsenal can't stop from winning. But Arsenal is on fire. I think Arsenal to inform. They play with little of some senior players and got a winning. I say kudos to them. Great. And I tell them should be able to be playing Portugal and Costa Rica. They will go down on the pecking order. I'm sorry. For Cristiano Ronaldo, Bright, lots of confidence and playing time is his problem. He's a big fish anytime, any day. They should not underrate him. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Top Gunner. Right, it's a drop call situation there. In 3 minutes' time, we make that switch. Join us now. Welcome, football fan. Name and location. Good to have you.
Yes, good afternoon, Blake.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, I'm calling from this edition.
All right.
I want to congratulate my team, Chelsea. Please, I do. Hello?
Just go ahead. We can hear you. That background is very noisy. I can't see what exactly is happening there. People are really having fun, and well, they can invite me after now. Welcome, football fan. Name and location. Good to have you join us. But it's reading. All right, so it's 10 seconds. So your please and that will take it now. Welcome, football fan. Name and location.
Hello, Bright.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the best thing for that. I give everybody in the studio. And you know what? I started my radio yesterday preparing for our fans attack because, you know, our Potter baby made us happy yesterday. So we were in the sorry. So we Chelsea fans, we start our radio preparing for our fans attack, but it's destroyed us, Uncle Fred. Why? Because we were expecting to see what Sorry will say, what Gordon will say, and many more. So you know that for Cristiano Ronaldo, well, it's not a liability to Manchester United. That young man is not happy in that club. That young man wants to go out of that club, but they refuse to let him go. So that young man is not a liability at all. He's still a big coach at any time, anything. So that young man is a good player. Manchester United would have terminated the contract or the letting go, maybe transfer, format, last transfer window. They were letting go. So it's not a liability for Manchester United. And it's like, for that baby, it really make us happy for it. The time is passing me.
All right, thank you very much for joining. I remember the last time it was baby to a coach's name. The thing didn't really end well, and that was Tuchel. It was Tuchel baby. All right, so we'll hit the breaks here very quickly. We've got Fonable more here. He'll talk to us in a bit. There's some package for you, so sit tight, all right?
Chasing miracles, that's not how my story goes. You could be my hero before I let you go. And now I'm falling for you. I've been there before. I don't wanna fall for you. Sunrise high, and my thoughts can't lose. No, I won't fall for you. No, I won't fall for you.
Wish you were in here and wish I could keep the mic open so you'd hear some of those conversations in the background about Ronaldo and this liability talk. Chief, it's a fine afternoon to have you return. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing good, and I'm glad to be back in here. I mean, every opportunity I have to come talk to the people, I grab it with my hands and then with my legs.
Yeah.
I mean, we're glad to be back here. I'm sure.
It doesn't come alone. It comes with beautiful lady. She's here now. And she's almost blushing, but it's good. It's good to have you return. How are you doing today?
The pleasure is mine. I'm fine.
All right, so
a little cold though.
Yeah. But it's fine.
I should take this off. I know I'm a gentleman.
Yeah, but it's fine.
I can't take that. How can you be cold and I'm having this?
Fine.
No. Well, we'll have to do something after now.
Okay.
All right. So, Chief, this man always returns with some information.
Yeah.
And this time is the hike 4.0.
That's right.
And it's 4.0 already.
Yeah, it's 4.0 already. I mean, you think about when it was the hike, and then we had the hike 2.0.
Yeah.
And then we had the hike 3.0. Now it's 4.0, and we're glad that it keeps growing in leaps and bounds, like the English people would say. And so, we're here to invite everybody to be a part of this. For people that have been there before, you know how much fun. For us, it's just beyond showing up. You show up for fitness, you show up for the fun, you show up for networking. So when you think about those three things in the park, there's no reason why anybody should stay back and not be there tomorrow. Yeah, let me quickly say that tomorrow.
So, meanwhile, the hike 4.0 is courtesy of Ibom Icon Hotel and Golf Resort. Well, it's been here from hike 2.0, talked about hike 3.0 now, 4.0. Well, for the sake of those who are maybe new in town or new to this concept, talk to us about the hike and, what exactly happens there.
Yeah, so hiking basically is that, like I love to call it, the long walk. Yeah. So you're not running, you're not jogging, you're not doing anything, you're just walking. You're walking through different terrains, so it's not necessarily a plain walk.
Yeah.
So you're walking up, down, going through different things, going through the bush, and you're going through exactly
the bush.
It's safe.
Yeah.
It's safe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know that at the Icon Hotel and Golf Resort, one of the big things that we think about is security, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we embark on anything like this, we think about the security of the people that will be involved in. So whether you're going through the bush, and even if you go through the valley of the shadow of death,
you shall fear no evil.
God's got you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we think about that too, and then we put all of those things into consideration. So
Okay, so now, do we still need to go through all of that when you consider, the facts that we've been through a lot?
Of course, this is a different type of going through because it's going to bring, should I say, rest or make you more healthy. It's for fitness. It's on going through a lot is nothing common.
Okay, that's a good distinction.
Yeah, she got
and I've seen Mark Blake on that thing again.
Yeah.
I thought Mark Blake was done.
No, he's going to be there again. I'm leading the lines this time.
Come on, don't do that.
Yeah.
You're really leading the line.
Of course, he does a great job.
Everybody, can never be done. I can know.
You know him, and you know that he does a great job. So, and we associate with people that do great jobs, right? Yeah.
No, really, I'm just intrigued by the part where you're leading the line.
Yeah, leading the line, yeah. Like he's going to be in front and then...
Yeah, I mean you.
No, me, right?
Yeah.
You want me to lead the line?
No, don't.
I hope that happens someday soon. But not for the hike 4.0, right?
All right, so, what do I need to be above a hike 4.0?
I like to talk about the money aspect of things. So first, you need your money.
Ooh, and how much will that be?
3,500 naira only. 3,500 naira, and you can pay when you come tomorrow, because we're starting from the hotel entrance as we're starting from. So 3,500 naira, and of course it comes with transportation. There'll be free transportation from 4 Lane by Water Fountain. There'll be pickup buses by 7 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. So if you don't meet up with the 7 a.m. bus, you can meet up with the 7:30 a.m. And if you don't meet up with any of them, you can start hiking from there, basically.
Wow, cheap.
Yo. Yeah, what's wrong with that? I mean, it's a hike. You have to keep fit.
What time do you want to hike?
So if you miss any of those buses, you find your way down.
Yeah, okay. Without necessarily having to hike.
That goes down to you.
Yeah.
How you want to find your way down, right? Yeah, you might choose to take a bus or something, or you might choose to drive. It's all up to you. But we've made arrangement for free transportation from 4 Lanes.
Okay.
As a water fountain to bring you there, so you don't have to think about driving and parking your car at different points.
Right. So what time does the hike start?
8 o'clock.
8 a.m.
8 o'clock we move.
Right. So first bus leaves by
7,
and then second bus by 7:30. So,
yeah.
all right. So let's go back to the beginning a bit. For those that really don't know, what this entails, tell us about the Hike 3.0 and the experience.
Oh yeah, so the Hike 3.0 was massive. We had a lot of people. Maybe it's a good place to say thank you. I know we said that before, but we're never tired of being grateful to the people of Uyo and environs, because sometimes we have people come from outside the state for the hike, and that was, I remember well in the Hike 2.0, we had a couple of people that came from Port Harcourt, people came from Calabar, and that meant something very huge to us. And so we want to say thank you to everybody that showed up. But this time, I mean, it's easy. We try to make it as easy as possible. It was big. 3.0 was big, and we know that 4.0 will be bigger because people enjoyed it, people had fun. The feedback was really impressive from the people that showed up. I mean, when you pay 3,500 naira, then you have free transportation, you have water, you have glucose, you have refreshment at the end of the day, and that's something really huge. And we're ending at the swimming pool, so you're done there. You want to swim. That's another wonderful thing to do. So it's a lot of things that can happen right there.
Swimming is part of that 35.
No. So you pay for swimming differently.
Okay, just clear.
Let's not be mean.
Just want to be clear.
Okay, let me rephrase that.
All right.
The 35 gives you access to the swimming pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Bob shaking like, yeah. Bob's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Nice manual.
Exactly, because but you see the thing. Even if the swimming free access to the swimming pool was not there, I think the 35 is worth every dime. Because swimming alone is 3,000 naira. That's swimming alone. So you think about refreshment, you think about water and glucose and all of those things in the mix. You think about the hiking experience. That by itself is worth way more than 35. The hiking experience itself, the fun that you're going to have, the network that you will create from that. You get to see people from different walks of life over there. You know that when it's Ibom Hotel and Golf Resort, it's always big.
Right now, so let's talk about tickets beyond tomorrow. If there's someone listening now, wants to get a ticket now, tell us about the places they can go, get a ticket to be a part of the Hike 4.0.
Okay, so you can just check out our social media platforms, the flyer there. You scan the documents to get access to the website, or you can just call our line or reach out to us, any of them. 0808 052 7411. I'll take it again.
That was really fast.
0808 052 7411.
I'd like that one more time at that pace.
0808 052 7411. Our social media handles: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at IbomIconHGR. At IbomIconHGR.
Right, Anti-Boom Icon HGR. All right, so we'll be leaving soon, but the chief,
Yeah.
well, anything you'd like to add?
Well, for me, nobody should miss this. I mean, tomorrow is Saturday, and Saturday, like they say, is a good time for sports. I mean, it's a weekend, right? So it's a good time for sporting activities and all of those different things, fun activities.
And it's really open for everybody.
Exactly, it's open for everybody's invited. Like every single person is invited. I wanted to say whether you're at some point there was that debate whether pregnant women can join or not. Yeah, there was that debate. But we said to the pregnant women, it would be cool. We'd love to see you join, but you need to speak to your doctors first. Let the doctor say that it's okay for you to join. Then that's fine. Go ahead and join us. And
so if the doctor says it's fine to join,
I mean, you need to listen to your doctor. You need to do that sometimes. That's one of the reasons why some people play with a lot of injuries. Yeah, so we don't want people to be hurt. We want everybody to come, have fun, enjoy yourself, and then go happy.
Well, people that play with injuries.
Yeah, I know a couple of them, and that's a dangerous thing to do. Yeah.
You know a couple.
Yeah, I know a couple of them. Yeah.
Wow.
I know you do too.
Okay.
Tell me two.
I know you do it too.
Just two.
You do too.
Just tell me two.
Okay, so a couple of Manchester United players. Yeah, but you know about the last season, we had a couple of them play through injuries.
That's unfair.
Yeah. Well, but it shows how much they love the club. They want to play. They want to represent.
Yeah.
People playing through painkillers.
Yeah, so as wonderful as that is, you know that like one of them, he had to sit back for a long time. He had a lengthy spell on the sideline because of that. So yeah, sometimes it's beautiful. You show your passion in all of those things, but you think about what happens tomorrow. That's why we ask the pregnant women to talk to their doctors, because as much as you will have fun, it will be fun, no doubt about that. You will get to see people from different walks of life. There's no doubt about that. But the question now would be, what happens after that? Is it something that you can cope with after that? So that's why you need to see your doctor so you don't play through injuries.
No, it makes absolute sense. Well, let's run through details again. For anyone who's listening right now wants to get tickets, the numbers to call. Let's have the details again before we bounce.
Okay, so the phone number to call is 0808 052 7411. 0808 052 7411. Or you can reach out to us on our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at IbomIconHGR.
Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you.
I mean, we always appreciate every time we come talk to you and then the people.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to having you return again.
Yeah, but you leave Cristiano Ronaldo alone.
Thank you very much, guys. That's it to the Rashford Show. Thank you. Nadeshiko of Japan, 13 ranked in the world and former World Cup winners. Well, again, Randy Wardrum just found a way to lose their third consecutive defeat against the Japanese team. Well, your takeaway from that performance, Rex?
Yeah, Brett, my team, not my manager as well. Brett, I'm never a big fan of, Randy Wardrum. Looking at the friendlies we've played against USA, Mexico, Canada, and we've all lost in the first leg. Second leg, we managed to get a draw. We lost to, the current world champions, talking of USA, Brett. Brett, we have quality in the team. Talking of a couple of players that came back, I said Shola, although she was not involved in that particular game. But I still feel what is letting us down has to be, getting a better manager, to take, the team to the next level. I used to, say this example just like, Arsenal. Arsenal, right, they have the better team. They have quality in the team as well, but I don't still feel Mikel Arteta can take that team to win the Premier League, because what Arsenal want to win has to be the Premier League. But back to the Super Falcons, right, we need a good manager to take the girls, to where they want to go to, because what we need to win now is to make it 10 WAFCON, on the threat as well, and also going as far as we want to win the World Cup. One day World Cup still has a question mark when it comes to his, coaching abilities as well, right?
Bob, you got any question, you've got any aspersions around the quality of Randy Wardrum?
I still have that about him. Looking at his CV, when he was back in the US, he hasn't been part of a major team before. So coming into the national team, I had this feeling, this question mark all over his head, hovering around his head. But right now, you look at the just concluded African Cup of Nations for the women's side, what he did. Nigeria, they had quality, as Solar already said. We have quality in the team, and I felt that this team should have gone all out to win the title. But you could see from the goal that we were lacking in so many departments, confidence-wise, psychologically, we were not anywhere to be found. And as to the African Cup of Nations, here comes the qualifiers and the friendlies. Yeah. And we are not doing anything positive, and he just keeps standing there looking lost on the touchline. And that's the question: what is he really up to? What is he doing? You could tell from everything about him that sometimes he lacks words to offer to the team at some points in games. So I feel he's not. I feel there is a lot to answer on his head.
Yeah. Now, Emmanuel, when we talk about Randy Wardrum and his fears beyond WAFCON, you look at the caliber of the teams who are playing. Canada, we're talking the USA, we're talking Japan. They're higher ranked and obviously have got more quality. Was it always going to be possible, ever going to be possible, beating the USA, Canada, Japan, looking at, where we are now and the pedigree of these teams?
Obviously not, because when you consider the composition of these teams that you're mentioning, you talk about Canada, not very sophisticated when it comes to male football, but a powerhouse when it comes to female football. There are forces to reckon with. And you look at the United States of America, a force to reckon with, a global figure when it comes to female football. And you look at how Nigeria is at the moment. The Super Falcons, they are very fantastic when they are on the turf of Africa, in African outings, African competition. But when they go globally, I think they tend to struggle. And you also look at how fantastic the opponents are, talking about Japan, former world champions. And the composition opposition that prosecuted that particular outing. A lot of former Falcon stars were also brought in. The likes of Esther Unyenezide, Demehin was also there, and Deborah Abiodun. So many young influx we introduced, and they also came in. But on the part of the Super Falcons, I think they can do better. But we are really expecting a lot from this man, and he's unable to deliver. I think. Desire Panosi should also be handed a recall, and Patricia George, who is playing her role with Fenerbahce in Turkey.
No, another inclusion. Now, that's a positive lighting. Emmanuel has talked about the inclusion of the young talents expected to form crux of the team going forward in the near future. 4 Falconets players invited, and then they had a test of the action. You look at the skipper on the day, was, the young, player who, well, many say build a team around her going forward, and she's a future, undoubtedly, of the team.
Right, James.
Beyond the positives, what does this back-to-back defeats do for the team?
Okay, let me start by saying this, go back to memory lane history. The Nations Cup before the last Nations Cup, there was a pointer of a state of Nigerian female women's football. The semi-finals against Cameroon, Cameroonians were the better side. Nigeria won on penalties. In the finals against South Africa, before the last Nations Cup I'm talking about, the South Africans were the better side, but Nigeria won on penalties. Moving forward, it was an indication of how weak the team is going. So the team needed transition from the older generation to the younger generation. They brought in Waldron, white man, but it had not really clicked because we didn't do that transition when he came in. Gave a good performance at the World Cup, no doubt, but coming to the next Nations Cup, they still struggled. And it was so clear. Now the man and the team have to go through that transition, bringing younger players. That's why we're seeing quality friendlies. Let me just credit, I don't know if it's from Waldron, but the possibilities of having these foreign coaches being around. Because before now, the Falcons weren't doing a lot of friendlies. Most times we go to tournaments without playing friendly matches. Since Waldron came, we've played not just friendly matches, world-class friendly matches. And most times we're going away, facing the US, facing the Canada. I think I was only disappointed by our loss to Jamaica in one of those friendlies last year. But beyond that, quality friendly is good for the lads. At the time we're doing that transition, younger lads are having the opportunity. But as I said in the game against USA, the second game, I said they ought to give me a fight. I want to see the side fight for it. Not necessarily losing, but fight. Try to get a result. I know there are tough games. We're doing transitions, giving those younger players opportunity. Because if you continue losing and losing and losing, it brings a negative mentality to the side. It therefore shows that probably it could be difficult winning moving forward. So that's what I want the side to do. Let's also have friendly games with countries probably that we had par. Let's test. We've learned from these other friendlies. We've lost to the US, lost to Canada, lost to Japan. Let's also play some other countries, maybe New Zealand, countries that are not at the highest par, but probably at our level. Let's test and see if we can win them. From there we can say, okay, we've learned from this competition, because you cannot all through be losing. You have to find a way to win.
Absolutely makes sense. Sad how time flies. No, I saw he's laughing, crazy guy. Well, let's have the fans who join the show now. Welcome, football fan. Name, location. Good to have you. Hello. It's a drop call situation right there. And now, the governor of Rivers State, Yensom Week, has told Rivers United beat Wydad Athletic and get $40,000 each. This man is back. Welcome. Good to have you join us. Thank you for joining. Hello, good afternoon. Well, it's a drop call situation United. Meanwhile, face Moroccan. The Moroccans were talking about Wydad Athletic Casablanca later this month. The first leg of their second round clash at the Doki Masimaka Stadium this weekend, with a win over 2 legs guaranteeing their visitors a place at the money-spinning group stage of the Champions League. Welcome. Good to have you join us.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay, I can't hear you guys, but I hope you guys can hear me. My name is Henry. I'm calling from Abak.
Right.
I want to talk about the Super Falcons. Waldron has its problems to me personally, a lot of them, but I feel like the bunch of Super Falcons we have now are the most unprofessional set of players I've ever seen in my life. Because I don't understand why camps will be opening, players will be arriving camp like maybe 30 hours before the game. Like the game against Japan, like I mean, like 4 of those players even get to train before that game. They had only one full training session. How do you get to play games like that? Like the game, and Blyden talked about the game against Jamaica last year in the US tour. A couple of players flew in that morning and got to play that game. That's why they were so horrible. That's why you see this trend of Nigeria being horrible in the first leg, and in the second leg you see improvement. So I feel like these players, aside from the coach, these players, they need to change their attitude towards football. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Harry Boy, you must understand, it's visa issues. You know, it's about the time they get their visas to fly in. This friendlies we're talking, it's not in Nigeria. You know, it's in the US. And you look at the COVID-19 and the complexity. It's a lot difficult getting into some of these countries. Take, for instance, what's happening in Kenya. You know, so you have to travel to Kenya and you have to get another visa in Kenya to even do anything in the country. So, you know, these are some of the diplomatic bottlenecks that some of these players have to go through. I'm not sure it's a disciplinary problem. Otherwise, you know, Randy Wardrum is a sticker for it. You know, he won't do that.
Hello, guys.
I know him. Thank you for joining us. Welcome.
Good afternoon. I can't really hear you from my end.
All right, go ahead, talk to us.
I am a local assistant from the local government. A first-time caller.
Welcome to the family. Welcome. Good to have you join us. Welcome.
I want to comment on the idea of maybe the similar things. If somebody has to, there are people that follow this program all the time, and they devote themselves to this program. We don't want anybody that has to maybe has another thing to maybe advertise on radio. In that time, and advertise is a program. When we want to listen to this program, they will interrupt. I don't welcome that.
All right.
As for Randy Wardrum, you should follow the advice of Chief Blyden. You should play the lower team, not going for to play the higher team, so that we know where the problem comes from. So we think that is on our own level. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for joining us. Well, you must understand, you know, the media, you know, beyond the primary or the secondary functions, they tell you it's a business. So we're primarily here to make money. If we don't make money to buy diesel, then we can't be here for you to listen. Yeah. So they bought the time, not like it was given for free. They bought it. All right. We apologize for the inconvenience, but we'll make up. For real. We're back again here tomorrow in the morning, 7:30 to 8, and you have more time, I promise. Tomorrow in the afternoon, 12:30 till it's 2. And I can also tell you for sure and for free that Emmanuel Edet will be back here. Solarex will be back here. And this man, Bob, is perfect. He will be back here as well. Blyden will have the weekend off. He usually has the weekend off too.
As a big man.
Yeah, as a high chief.
High chief.
He has said he'll be back.
Okay, well.
So you can expect that. All right. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. But very quickly before we hear Osasuna take over Valencia, Orpheum, Werder Bremen, Lyon, Toulouse, and Groningen, Warwick, and Gaziantep, Adana Demirspor, Gil Vicente, Estoril. So some of the matches expected across Europe later tonight. Bright James, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you as always.